Let me ask you a simple question. When's the last time an innocent man needed a pardon? I mean, that's exactly what we have here. Outgoing President Joe Biden, in his final moments of political relevance, issued a sweeping preemptive pardon to none other than Dr. Anthony Fauci. Let me spell it out for you. You don't pardon someone unless you know deep down they're guilty of something. You don't preemptively pardon someone unless you know they're guilty of something. This isn't just an innocent little farewell gift to a long-serving bureaucrat. This is damage control, plain and simple. Biden's pardon of Fauci covers everything from, get this, 2014 onwards. Conveniently sweeping under the rug a decade's worth of lies, misdirection, and outright deception. From the controversial NIH funding of gain-of-function research in Wuhan, you know, the kind of research that just so happened to involve bat coronaviruses, to Fauci's public denials, his flip-flopping on masks, his aggressive push for experimental vaccines, and his smug insistence that he and only he represented the science. And let's not forget what the science got us. Millions of lives upended, small businesses destroyed, children robbed of years of their education, an economy thrown into chaos. Oh, and those miraculous mRNA shots that Fauci touted? We know now they came with a laundry list of side effects, some fatal. Myocarditis, blood clots, neurological disorders, the kind of side effects were conveniently ignored or downplayed by the media that Fauci had in his back pocket. Yet here we are, watching Biden toss Fauci a legal life raft before heading out the door, as if we're supposed to believe this is all just routine. Please. The timing alone tells you everything you need to know. Fauci is guilty of something. Whether it's lying to Congress, covering up critical information, or pushing policies that harmed millions. But here's the thing about a preemptive pardon. It's an admission of fear. Fear of what a real investigation might uncover. Fear of what Congress might dig up if they got Fauci under oath without the luxury of pleading the fifth. Senator Rand Paul, who has been nipping at Fauci's heels for years, is already sharpening his knives. He's made it crystal clear the investigations are coming, pardon or no pardon. And here's the kicker. Because Fauci's been pardoned, he can't hide behind the Fifth Amendment anymore. He'll have to answer every question put to him. And that is a terrifying prospect for the establishment that's propped him up for decades. Let's break down what we know. Fauci's been less than truthful, to put it mildly. He repeatedly assured Congress and the American people that his agency had not funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan.
Did NIH ever fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan, China?
The NIH did not fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Yet thanks to FOIA requests and diligent oversight, we've seen the paper trail. Taxpayer dollars funneled to EcoHealth Alliance and then straight to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Fauci knew it, and he covered it up. And when lab leak theory started gaining traction, Fauci worked behind the scenes to quash it. He coordinated with researchers to push the narrative that COVID-19 was a, quote, end quote, natural occurrence, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. He cited a paper in the journal Nature Medicine, presenting it as an independent analysis without ever disclosing that he was directly involved in its creation. Folks, that's called lying. Let's talk about his mask mandates, shall we? First, he told us masks were useless. Then he insisted they were essential. He pushed for children who were never at significant risk, never ever at significant risk, to be masked up in schools, stunting their social and cognitive development. And when anyone questioned the logic, they were shouted down as anti-science. And let's not forget his Orwellian approach to dissent. Anyone who dared to question the lockdown, the mandates, or the rushed vaccine rollouts were labeled conspiracy theorists. Fauci stood at the White House podium, smugly telling Americans to follow the science, while censoring legitimate scientific debate and promoting policies that enriched Big Pharma at our expense. And now, in a move that reeks of desperation, Biden thinks he can sweep it all under the rug with a pardon, a preemptive pardon. But here's the thing, pardons don't erase the truth. They don't undo the damage. And they certainly won't stop the American people from demanding accountability. And accountability is coming. Congressional investigations are gearing up, and Fauci's going to have to answer for every contradictory statement, every suppressed study, every disastrous policy decision he made. And let's not forget state-level investigations. Biden's pardon only covers federal crimes. There are still potential legal battles ahead in multiple jurisdictions. Meanwhile, Fauci, in typical fashion, is playing the victim. He's out there telling the press he's done nothing wrong, that he's the target of a politically motivated witch hunt. Sound familiar? It's the same tired script they always use when they're caught red-handed. Look, if Fauci were truly innocent, if he really had nothing to hide, he wouldn't need a pardon. He'd welcome an investigation to clear his name. Instead, he's accepting this legal shield with both hands while feigning righteous indignation. And let's not ignore the broader implications here. Biden's pardon isn't just about Fauci. It's about protecting an entire corrupt system. A system that used COVID-19 as an excuse to grab unprecedented power, to strip away freedoms, to condition the public into compliance. And they want us to forget the lockdowns, the mandates, the coercion, but we won't. We mustn't. So what's next? We keep pushing. We demand full transparency. We hold hearings. We subpoena documents. We grill every bureaucrat who played a role in this disaster. Fauci's legacy must not be whitewashed by a last-minute pardon. The American people deserve the truth, every sordid, inconvenient detail. And let me tell you something. I think we're going to get it. Because this isn't just about one man. This is about ensuring that something like this never happens again. It's about restoring faith in institutions, holding the powerful accountable, making sure no unelected bureaucrat ever again wields the kind of unchecked power that Fauci did, and his counterparts here in Canada. Double goes for them. So, Dr. Fauci, enjoy your pardon. But know this, the American people aren't buying it, and your reckoning is far from over. Hey, this is Richard Syrett. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe.